Okay, a beautiful morning to you, and thanks for leaving your dial locked on Eagles 102.3 FM. I truly appreciate you, for being there all throughout this week and at the beginning of this month. And as usual on a Friday, we tend to take you on a cruise around the world of sport, knowing fully well that it is a weekend. Yes, thank God it's Friday. It is a weekend, and it's going to be a beehive of, event from the volleyball championship here in Abuja. Yes, I was at the Moshood Abiola Stadium. Yes, the indoor sport hall of the Package B sport complex. It was a massive one yesterday for the custom team. Yes, we'll give you a result of that particular volleyball event. You need to see the opening ceremony. Even with the First Lady of Nigeria, in the person of Her Excellency Senator Oluremu Tinubu, who was available, to kickstart the event itself. We'll talk about that one in the course of the show. Also, the FIFA ranking is out. I'll also give you results. And looking at the President Federation's Cup and the round of 16 venues and date. Coming from the Glass House, that is NFF. We'll also talk about that particular one. Then we'll look at the games that will go down this weekend from the Nigerian Premier Football League. We'll go straight to the English Premier League and every other league venues across Europe. Massive one for Chelsea yesterday. We'll also look at that on the show this morning. And we'll take a swipe and go straight up to Morocco. We look at the under-17 AFCON result coming from there. Yes, it's a massive result for some teams, especially in March Day 2. And we'll also look at looking at the games that will go down later today. So it promises to be a loaded package this morning. Invite your friends, your enemies, brothers, sisters, uncle, auntie, daddy, mommy, even your grandparents. Tell them the sports minister is on radio, is on air as we speak. Meanwhile, you can join us live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Eagles FM Abuja. That is, if you feel that you don't want to turn up your radio and you want to enjoy this my little big head that you'll be seeing, you can also just go there, see how big the head is. I bet you the head is truly big. So go out there and watch me live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Then you can use your tape and see if you can measure the diameter of this head of mine. Let's go for this quick break, and when we return, we go straight and we look at the FIFA ranking.
Offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio. Eagles 102.3. Golf. Football. Basketball. Lawn tennis. Cricket. Volleyball. Athletics. It's the mother of all sports show.
It's sports on Eagles Wings with Vicky V weekdays from 8 a.m. with the real sport. Sports on Eagles Wings. Sportstainment at its finest.
Eagles. Playing the music you want to hear.
Call a quick timeout to catch our breath. Woo. Now, back to sports. It's Eagles 102.3.
Drinic from no kind of range just put it over the bar.
Okay, yes, glad to know you're still there. And if you were just joining us on the show this morning, this is Sport on Eagles Wings. Let's begin with, let's begin with the FIFA ranking. Well, in as much as many will say that the ranking does not reflect in anything called football, I will still hold on to I will not hold on to your word and tell you that yes, the FIFA ranking can go a long way. Now let's tell you that the Nigerian Super Eagles moved up one position in the latest men's ranking released by FIFA on Thursday. Now, in the first ranking released by FIFA in 2025, the three-time African champions moved from 44 to 43rd. That's just one place upward. Now, Eric Shell's side, however, dropped one spot in Africa, moving out of the top 5 on the continent. Now, the Atlas Lion of Morocco, the Teranga Lions of Senegal, yes, the Teranga Lions of Senegal, also the Pharaohs of Egypt, the Desert Foxes of Algeria, and the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire are the top-ranked team in Africa. Yes, we've been talking about the North African teams, and I think they are coming back. A couple of days back, we looked at the CAF Champions League that is being dominated by North Africans and the Southern Africa. Yeah, looking at South Africa to be precise. Then Orlando Pirates is also there. Then you now look at the light of Al Ali of Egypt, Esperance of Tunisia, we're also the Pyramids and the right, all in the North African. Now again, looking at the FIFA ranking, is being dominated by the top 5, being dominated by North African side. The Atlas Lion of Morocco, the Teranga Lions of Senegal. Yes, and we know what they did, especially from in West Africa. They will also have the Pharaohs of Egypt, the Desert Foxes of Algeria. Yeah, I think it's a little bit balanced when you have 3 North African teams and 2 West African teams. Then Nigeria is just following behind them. So the Super Eagles were in action against the Amavubis of Rwanda and the Warriors of Zimbabwe in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers last month. Now the West African defeated the Amavubis 2-0 at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali, while they failed to defeat the Warriors of Zimbabwe at the Gocho Lakpabio Stadium in Uyo. Now Argentina extended the lead at the top of the world ranking after booking their place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Yes, Argentina have booked a place at the FIFA World Cup. We talked about the host nation, that is Mexico, United States, and Canada. Then the light of New Zealand have also booked a place. The light of Iran, I think so, confirmed that particular one, have booked a place. And now also Argentina. Now Spain, France, England, and Brazil all kept their place in the top 5. So what will you make of the ranking, in as much as we really don't, excuse me. Okay, most of us really don't like talking about the ranking, but it is what it is. We use it when, especially during competition, we place teams so we can avoid those big names. Yes, those big names, we tend to avoid them and see how we can play, especially in Africa and also at the World Cup. That is if we qualify for the World Cup though. Okay, let's look at the FA Cup. I gave us results yesterday. Now the date and venue for the round of 16 is out as published by from the media department of the Nigerian Football Federation. Now all the matches will be played on Wednesday, April 16. Now the headline fixtures of the round between Bendel Insurance and the Rangers will hold at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Oneko, Lagos. That's talking about Bendel Insurance and Rangers International. Now the encounter is scheduled to start at 4 p.m. and the 4-time champions Eyimba will lock horns with Abakaliki FC at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu, also 4 p.m. on the 16th of April. Ikorodu City will be up against NNL side and Beyond Limits FA. Beyond Limits FC in tantalizing fixtures at the Buhari Stadium here in Abuja, also 4 p.m. Now, Prince Abubakar Audu University Stadium in Ayimba will host the All-Nigerian Premier League encounter between Nasarawa United and Bayelsa United. Well, in my own opinion, I think I would like to see Salisu Yusuf's side that's talking about Nasarawa United, because they've been doing well since he resumed office as the head coach of the Solid Miners, and they've been doing well. So I hope they will come up against ahead of Bayelsa United. Now the game will be scheduled to take place at 10 a.m. in the morning of April 16th. Now the ground will also host the encounter between Plateau United and Osun United precisely at about 1 p.m. Same day, same venue. Now Solution FC from Kwara will take on probably will clash with Kwara United at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. Yes, it will be Solution FC up against Kwara United. Hope they have the solution to get past this Kwara United side. And that game will go down precisely at about 10 a.m. Then Wadi Wolves will be up against Vicky Torres. W versus W will do battle at the same venue in Abuja, 1 p.m. So all the games will go down precisely on April 16th. Various venue, some early fixtures 10 a.m. Others to follow suit later 1 p.m. And we'll see how the other games will also go down 4 p.m. Videos venue. Hopefully before the 16th, or probably on the 16th of April, we'll talk about this particular one. That should be Upper Week Wednesday. Let's see how it goes with this team. We'll keep you tab with how this will go. Let's also tell you that Eyimba are looking at the way to return back to the continent if they win the FA Cup. Also, Enugu Rangers will be also seeking at the way to return to the continent if they win this one. And not leaving Nasarawa United led by Salisu Yusuf. They will also want to get to the continent using the FA Cup as the back door of getting to the continent. But let's see how we pan out with this team. Wishing them all the best. Okay, I saw this report and I said, okay, I need to share it with you guys. Remember Benedict Akpogbu, a former Super Eagles striker, has voiced his desires for the recall. Yes, I take that again. He has voiced his desire for the recall, not recall of Senator Natasha Akpotio, no, not the recall of him, or probably of her, but the recall of Ahmed Musa and Kelechi Iheanacho to the Super Eagles squad. Now, this is from former Super Eagles striker Benedict Akpogbu. Now, Iheanacho has recently been frozen out of the Eagles setup, but it's turning out well for the EFL Championship side, Middlesbrough, Sendeloni from Sevilla, while Musa, who enjoyed his boyhood club, Kano Pillars, from the Turkish club Sivasspor, has been in impressive form for the same Mesugida side. Now, speaking from his base in London, the United Kingdom, on Thursday morning, Akpogbu told Complete Sport, because that's where I got to the report, that the two players remain crucial to the Nigerian bid to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Mexico, United States, and Canada. Now, the chairman of Plateau State chapter of the Professional Football Association of Nigeria, PFAN, further reiterated he is confident that Nigeria will not miss out on the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. And in as much as we all know that Eric Chell invited Ahmed Musa in this provisional 39-man squad, but he didn't make the final quarter. And also for Iheanacho, we all know his performance when he was invited. Then he was with Sevilla, but I think he's doing well now with Middlesbrough. But let's leave it to you. Are you in agreement with Benedict Akpogbu that there should be a recall of Ahmed Musa and Kelechi Iheanacho, aka Senior Man Kels, to the Super Eagles team. Should they do that recall? Maybe they'll just do the way they are doing it with INEC. There must be a rule, standard rules. How many people voted for him to recall? We'll check out the signatures and we'll verify their name and their constituency. If truly they belong to that constituency, and then from there, we will initiate the recall. But without that, let's leave it to the fans out there. Still looking at football, let's tell you that former Real Madrid midfielder Luis Milla had advised Real Madrid, that's the Los Blancos board, to sell Vinicius Jr. this summer to bankroll the rebuilding of the team. Now, he made this known in an interview with the El Desmaic, where he said that the Brazilian international image with the club has not been the best. Now, if I were a sporting director, I would sell Vinicius Jr. and buy a striker to allow Kylian Mbappe to play on the left wing. Now, Vinny is a great player, but the club must also consider the image he transmits. Yes, his performance at a high level, but his image is not always the best. Now, he has a significant market value, and Real Madrid could reinvest that money in big purchases. Now, Real Madrid fans, are you in support of selling Vinicius Jr.? Yes, will you advise the club to sell him? This one said, if he were a sporting director, well, thank God you are not a sporting director. But let's hear from you. Will you advise that he will be sold? And now he's talking about his image. He's not looking at the impact in the club. He said his image is not speaking well for the club. But when it comes to his performance for the club, it's very high. Well, I don't know. I thought his performance that is better than image, or image is better than performance. Please, let me hear from you this morning. Meanwhile, let's look at the games that will go down this weekend, and we begin with the Spanish La Liga. Yes, Friday night football in the Spanish La Liga. Yes, Friday night football. Rayo Vallecano will be up against Espanyol. Now, for those that are following the La Liga, let's tell you that this weekend game will be match number 30 for some team. Yes, match number 30. While for some team, it will be match number 29. The light of Villarreal and Espanyol. Yes, it will be match number 29 for them. But the remainder of the team from Barcelona up to the big names and the big teams in the La Liga, it will be match number 30. Now, let's tell you that this weekend, Girona will be up against Alaves. Real Madrid will host Valencia at the Bernabeu. Monaco will take on Celta Vigo. And we'll see Barcelona up against Betis to wrap up Saturday football. And on Sunday, Las Palmas will be up against Real Sociedad. Sevilla will take on Atletico Madrid. Valladolid will welcome Getafe. And also on Sunday, Atletico Bilbao will travel to the home of Villarreal. Then we'll also have Monday night football. Leganés up against Osasuna. Still looking at the game that will go down this weekend. I will go straight to the German Bundesliga Friday night football. Yes, Bayern Munich will want to still solidify their position on the table as they take on Augsburg. But let's tell you officially that Bayern Munich has qualified for the Champions League for next season. Yes, Bayern Munich have qualified for the Champions League for next season. But the battle is still on for who will clinch the Bundesliga title. Will Leverkusen defend it, or will Harry Kane be hunting for his first ever trophy? Yes, and because Munich, they have a 65 points, just 6 points clear of Bayern Leverkusen. Now, a point drop for them would not be okay because they want to win this Friday night football. Meanwhile, on Saturday, Bochum will take on Stuttgart. Freiburg will welcome Dortmund. Heidenheim will welcome Bayern Leverkusen, the defending champions. Mainz will take on Helsinki. As we see, RB Leipzig up against Hoffenheim. Werder Bremen will take on Eintracht Frankfurt. And on Sunday, St. Pauli will be up against Bayern Mönchengladbach. Then we see Union Berlin take on Wolfsburg. Still looking at the games that will go down this weekend, and from the Bundesliga we go straight into the Italian Serie A. Also, we have Friday night football. Genoa will be up against Udinese. Friday night football. Meanwhile, it is match number 31. Match number 31 this weekend in the Italian Serie A. And on Friday, Monza will take on Como. We see Parma up against Internazionale. AC Milan will slug it out with Fiorentina at the San Siro. And on Sunday, Leeds will take on Venezia. Empoli will welcome Cagliari. Verona will be on the road to Torino. Atalanta at Ademola Lookman will take on Lazio. And also on Sunday, AS Roma will take on Juventus, the biggest game in the Serie A this weekend. Okay, let's go straight to the English Premier League. Now, it was a massive result for Chelsea yesterday at the Bridge. Yes, a beautiful one for Chelsea yesterday, where they edged out their opponent in that trailing encounter. Talking about the game between Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur. Now, that game ended 1-0 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. Meanwhile, after a frustrated goalless draw in the first half, it was Fernandes 5 minutes into the game, well, with Palmer coming back, assisted in that particular one, gave Fernandes the goal in the 58th minute. 6 minutes later, Caicedo actually scored, but it was ruled for offside by the video assistant referee. There we see other players also making a return. Jackson also making a return and boosting their place in the Champions League for next season. But meanwhile, like I said, action will resume in the Premier League this weekend. Match number 31. Yes, match number 31. The biggest game is the early kickoff. Precisely about 12:30 tomorrow. Everton at the Goodison Park will host Arsenal. Yes, Everton almost stopped Liverpool a couple of days. And let's see if they can stop Arsenal this weekend. Also, let's tell you that Crystal Palace will take on Brighton host Albion at the Selhurst Park. Ipswich will take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Then at the London Stadium, it will be West Ham up against Bournemouth. Then at the Villa Park, we see Aston Villa take on Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest will not be on the date at the Forest this time, but they'll be going to the park, talking about the home ground of Aston Villa. Meanwhile, Brentford will take on Chelsea, and that's on Sunday. Then we'll see Fulham up against Liverpool. Who will stop this side? Yes, who will stop them? They are on the road, and Fulham don't seem to be a threat at all. Maybe on maximum point for Liverpool, but 90 minutes will decide. And let's also tell you that Tottenham Hotspur will take on Southampton also on Sunday. Then we have the Manchester Derby. Yes, the Manchester Derby. And this time the red side will be hosting. Yes, the red side of Manchester will be hosting. Talking about Manchester United at the Theatre of Dreams. Let's see how we pound out for that team. And then also Leicester City and Newcastle United. That should be Monday night football. Meanwhile, not too good news coming from Nottingham Forest. They will miss the services of Ola Aina, who has been sidelined this weekend with a calf injury against Aston Villa. Well, we don't know how long he will be out, but let's see how we pound out. Maybe we'll be going on the surgery. We're yet to confirm that one, but authoritatively, Nuno Espirito Santos has come out to say that the player will not be available for this weekend game against Aston Villa at the Villa Park. Okay, let's go straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League. Let's come back home and we'll look at our own league. League. Yes, Remo Stars are still enjoying on top of the table with 60 points and a game to play. Yes, with 60 points and they still have a game to play. Have you noticed something? That we are matching our league with that of the ones in Europe. Well, if we can finish on the same time, maybe we'll have we can come and be picking up some players here and there. You know, I think we just need the league truly has improved this season. If you ask me, the league has improved this season. That's talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League. We just need to get to that echelon where we can equate ourselves with the light of the La Liga, the English Premier League, the Italian Serie A, the German Bundesliga. But for now, we are on the same level when it comes to the dates, the timing, the number of matches, and so on like that, which I feel is better. I think next time, maybe next season, we should be able to know when the transfer window will open. So time. Maybe when one player is moving from one club to another, they'll say, okay, this player is moving from El Kanemi Warriors, is going down to Bayelsa United. For what fee? Will it be an undisclosed fee? We will know. I think we are getting there, but I think it's good that we are saying this. Okay, Abuja, let's go for this quick break. And when we return, I'll give you the fixtures for this weekend in the Nigerian Premier Football League. We'll give you the result of games played, talking about the Under-17 Nations Cup and every other top stories that we are tracking at this time. It's a loaded show this morning. And let's see how we pound out to bring in your call and take your reactions, some of the top stories that we've rolled out this morning. Don't go nowhere. I still remain the Sport Minister on Radio Double V, Vicky Vick. Let's pay some bills, and I'll be right back.
Top of the day to you, what people. I bring you good tidings from Shelter Gold's Maitama View Estate, where you can get to overlook the beautiful view of Maitama and its surrounding. And here, 2 million naira initial deposit avails you the opportunity to own a plot of land, and also outright purchase avails you the opportunity to get free 1,000 pieces of blocks from Shelter Gold. So for further inquiries on how not to miss out on these juicy opportunities that will bring to your doorstep, you can reach us at our office addresses at either number 25 Lake Chat Crescent, Maitama, or number 3 Cabo Street, Gariki, or you can contact us on 090-5138-6334, 090-5138-6334.
Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Africa. Do you want to work in the healthcare sector? Do you want to be a trained, certified nursing assistant, medical assistant, or caregiver? If yes, then register to enroll for Push Africa's one-year diploma in certified nursing assistance training happening at the African University College of Science and Technology, Abuja. Targeted trainees are unemployed graduates, O-level or ordinary diploma graduates, or anyone interested in working as a support worker in the healthcare sector. For details, log on to www.pushafrica.org or WhatsApp 080-339-42015, 080-339-42015. For registration, pick up application form at our partner radio stations or visit the reception at the African University of Science and Technology, Abuja.
We had to call a quick timeout to catch our breath. Whew. Now, back to sports. It's Eagles 102.3.
Krunic from no kind of range just put it over the bar.
Okay, glad to know you are still there. Welcome to the second 45 minutes of the show. Well, it's not the 45 minutes that you say, but you know what I'm talking about now. Yes, I can see the messages coming in. Yes, keep pouring in those messages. And in a couple of minutes, we'll open the phone lines. We might just do this quick, sharp, so that we can accommodate more calls. Just pick up any topic you want to talk about. And even if you want to do a summary of them, you have a minute and 30 seconds to see how you can tidy that up so that I can take more calls, because I still have a lot on my table to unleash this morning. But meanwhile, let's give you the games that we go down this weekend in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yes, not leaving our own league out. We must promote our own league. Now, at the Dan Anyam Stadium, for those that are in the southeast, yes, Kano Pillars will be on the road to the Dan Anyam Stadium. Yes, looking at Heartland, the Nazi Millionaires, led by Emmanuel Amonike. Yes, will be in action at the Dan Anyam Stadium against the semi-Sugida side, Kano Pillars. And also on Friday, Bendel Insurance will take on Rangers. Wow. Now, why am I saying wow? Because these fixtures will also repeat itself in the round of 16 of the President FA Cup. So now they want to test themselves now, and later they will see how they can test themselves in the round of 16. Talking about Bendel Insurance up against Rangers. Let's also tell you that Katsina United will take on Bayelsa United. Lobby Stars, well, maybe their woes will be compounded this weekend when they take on Sunshine Stars in Enugu. Nassau United will take on Aqua United. Niger Tornadoes will be up against El Kanemi Warriors. Plateau United will take on Kwara. Rivers United will be up against Remo Stars. Like I said, this is also another big game to watch. Finidi George up against Daniel Ogumodede. And Finidi George will take on the side that are on the table. They have 60 points and they have a game to still play. And let's also tell you that Eyimba will be up against Abia Warriors in an Oriental Derby. Well, you can call it the Southeast Derby. You can call it the Oriental Derby. Now, the distance between Eyimba and Abia Warriors is not just far. I don't know if they have repaired that road. It is just 45 minutes to 1 hour. Now we will drive from Umuahia to Aba. So I think we should see a packed field stadium in this derby. Two clubs in the state, and they will lock horns this weekend. Goalkeeper date at the Eyimba International Stadium, Aba. Yes, it's not too far from that Aba market. So you can imagine how that place will be flooded. That is in Eyimba up against Abia. The Shooting Stars will take on Ikorodu City, also in another Southwest derby. 09073530044 or 09087668888. And let's share your thought this morning. Phone lines are officially open. Please, let's forget about the pleasantries. Yes, I know you want to check out how this person is and how this person is doing. Let's just go straight to the point. A minute, 30 seconds allotted to us. And let's see how we can squeeze in all the calls and also give up all the top stories that we have at this time. Hello to you, good morning.
Undisputed.
Good morning to you, T Connection.
Good morning, my brother. How was your sleep?
My night was good, thanks for asking.
In fact, on a sad note, Samuel Manu lost his brother 3 days ago.